muchísimas gracias por estar aquí, sí, es un placer, de verdad, es un placer tenerlos. Es el segundo año que yo presento obra, el año pasado presenté a Romeo y Julieta. Muchísimas gracias, tienen unos hijos maravillosos, sí, de verdad Vanessa es una, es que Vanessa es la, bueno, ya verán, tienen unos hijos maravillosos, de verdad, es un placer ser su maestra, sí, de verdad, pero bueno, viéndolos a ustedes, ahora entiendo por sus hijos. Sí, muchísimas gracias. La obra es de Jules Verne, él la escribió en 1878, ¿sí? Francés, y pues se llama Un capitán de 15 años, ¿sí? Un capitán a Chanson, porque es una novela francesa que ha sido traducida a muchísimos idiomas, ¿sí? Ok, pues queridos, comenzamos, esperamos que les guste con todo cariño, con todo nuestro amor para todos ustedes. Sí, los amamos. Gracias.
This Captain of 15. This Captain of 15 is about the passengers and crew of the schooner Pirate and their daily adventures at sea and on land. This is a 50-year-old experienced crew member of the 400-ton whaler which belonged to a wealthy owner, James Weldon. The pirate was led by the experienced Captain Poole and was on the whaling mission. In addition to the officers and crew, on board is his wife of the owner, Mrs. Weldon. Cousin Benny joined the voyage as well. Early in the expedition, the ship ran across the wreck to the late training ship Waldeck, and the crew took aboard the only 3 remaining survivors. These survivors became passengers of the pirate. Today, the whaling expedition had not been successful, so when the crew noticed a large whale in the ocean, Captain Poole immediately ordered the crew to hunt it. The captain left 15-year-old novice. Big Sam in common with the crew left on the hunt. Then, the unthinkable happened. The entire crew was lost when the hunters became conquered. The boat capsized when the whale attacked. The entire crew was lost. There were no survivors. Big Sam was now captain of the striking vessel, with no experienced seaman to assist. The only remaining alive was Mrs. Weldon, Cousin Benedict, the 3 survivors of the shipwreck and the ship's crew, Negoro. The ship's crew, taking advantage of the disaster, betrayed the young captain and destroyed the compass. The ship not only has an experienced crew, but now is also blind and difficult to navigate as well. Big Sam struggled to bring the ship to safety and managed to land in Africa. Unfortunately, the adventures only continue as Negoro has more surprises planned. Sam measures to outsmart Negoro, bring the remaining company to safety and home. Scene 1. The Pirate. You are about to hear the story of a brave young boy and his adventures. The Pirate was a schooner, the property of James W. Weldon, a wealthy Californian ship owner who had built around at San Francisco, expressing for the waste users in the Southern Seas. For several years, the command of the pirate had been entrusted to Captain Poole, an experienced seaman, and one of the most veteran happenings in Weldon's service. The crew consisted of 4 sailors and an apprentice. James Weldon asked Captain Poole to bring his wife and her cousin Benedict, who was an amateur entomologist, and nothing more to San Francisco.
I must work with the fate immediately. It will be impossible for me to become my wife. Will you do that for me, please?
Of course, don't even ask. I will stop in Auckland to bring her. It will be a break after the fun on the way.
Thanks, Captain Poole.
Bye, James. Let's go, Marines. Okay. Please give the gods some proper notes.
How long have you known Vladimir about?
Since we were young, we studied together in Catholic school, but we were dreaming about being seamen.
I finally knew my father, Vladimir, told me about me when I was 7. I will never forget what he told me. You will be an admiral, just like me.
Did you know his wife?
No, I don't.
Well, tomorrow you will bring her to the field.
Big dog to pick Mrs. Walden wife, Clara. He arrives at the house she is coming in. At first, Mrs. Walden is nice at this. When she finds out who he is,
Captain, Miss Walden is coming.
I will take care of her. It will be on this turn, Mrs. Welcome. That today's message entry on your governance.
Certainly, Captain Cool.
I am now going to provide you with the accommodation and the comfort that you asked to.
You know well enough that my husband water resisted. A moment to turn his wife and a bar, then he breathed.
This way, please.
Cozy. Captain, my cozy bed is...
This way, please. The cabin is a little small, but this will be an area.
Captain, my cozy bed is out on our right. He's coming into San Francisco with us.
And who is he?
Benedict Seldoff, the famous scientist. Have you heard about him?
No, ma'am.
He's an entomologist.
Good afternoon, Captain. I'm Benedict Sheldon. It's a buenos pasos.
Welcome on board.
On land, Captain Poole and Dick looked for a crew. They found the girl at the tavern and hired him. So with everybody on board, they continued their way to the whale country.
Scene 2. A rescue. At the sound of Dick's voice on the crew, in a moment, Baruch and the other, the men who were not on watch, were shot to death. And Captain Poole hurried for his cabin to deck Mrs. Wallen and Evan cousin Benedict, learns over the stroke pool. Eager to get glimpses of what had suddenly attracted the attention of the young apprentice. With his usual indifference, Navarro was the only person on board who did not share the general excitement. Speculatives were soon right as to what could be the nature of the floating object, which could be discovered about 3 miles ahead.
I came here alone, Bertie. What do you think that over there is, Navarro? Captain, there is no rest to go to start.
Love, Bowie, love. We will at any rate lose no time in getting alongside.
Captain Poole, Chloe, and some sailors go and take a look. The men went to the ship and found a dog named Ginger.
Look, he hasn't eaten or drunk anything in a long time.
Jared, good God. Please, what?
They are really far away. What are we going to do, Captain?
We are taking them to the building.
Let me do it.
The survivors are Tom, Beth, and Hercules. Top-down merrily, at its sameness, on account of the taste and experience, but rather because of certain superiority and greater energy of character. His whole man was actually organizing and spokesman of his parents. He freely communicated the information that Captain Poole required to hear, and by degrees he relayed all the details of his adventures.
Father of pirates went ambush. He grabbed $7 for it. Appears he was confused. I didn't comprehend how that always therefore we have opened the website. All the hosts have been questioning relation so that unfortunately I said the way that appears was best. But did you fight back?
They cut us overboard. It wasn't possible to defend. Most of the crew died right away.
It was better to die of starvation than kept out with them.
I understand. Nobody survived? No, just one minute. Yes. Captain, my parents and I really agree. We will like to be a part of this trip. Yes, that's a great idea. We will be very awesome. Okay, welcome.
Thanks, Captain.
Scene 4. A whale in sight. After concealing alternations with luck and wearisome comes from the orgy's wind perfectly moderated, and in the boat, Captain Poole really began to close with the stupid change, and will ensue actually allowed the schooner to run straight before the wind. 90 days had elapsed since the pilot had left Auckland, a period not so long, but with that a favorite breeze, it might be made out at last. Some days, however, were yet to last before the wind veered round to Antip's quarter.
They must be so small. They are mere insects. Go see Benedict, not the boat, like to see them. Benedict! Benedict, come here. We have a side. He thinks they're with you.
Oh, sí, well, school. Use the opportunity for you, Mr. Benedict. A chance not to be a crumb away for a student. One of the most curious of the distinction.
Nonsense! Other nonsense!
Why? What do you mean, Mr. Benedict? Surely you as an entomologist must know that I am right in my conviction that this illustration belongs to one of the 6 classes of the articulate.
Are you not aware, sir, that my research and entomologist has confined entirely to exopus?
The wealthy feed street without trouble gentlemen.
And we have just lost his neighbor. It's the very time to give him a good taste.
Oh, well inside!
There's the whale. Chloe, the ball. Dick, you are going to be in charge while I am out. Nico will keep in the gallery.
Those are chacalots, no wait. What are you saying? There are males I know about whales too, not just insects.
Oh wait, the ball.
Scene 5. Catastrophe. Experienced whaleman as he was, Captain Hook knew the difficulty of the task he had undertaken. He was alive to the importance of making his approach to the whale from the leeward. The diver showed him not sound surprised the pressure of the proximity of the bay. He had perfect confidence in Boatswain Howard, and left sure that he will take the proper course and ensure a favorable result to enterprise.
We must ensure ourselves to some Howie and
Certainly not. I would fill the edge of the chloride water, and I should take good care to get to the leeward.
alright, now let's as quickly as you can.
Why not decide? Where is that?
But neither of them are to bring, so just your tongue. Slowly, my man, slowly and softly. Are you ready, my lips? But waiter,
She's saving her breath for sake of her speed.
But grin as he might, both of his companions began to look serious when the 4 lines had to be added to the first, and more serious still when the 5th was added to the 4th. The captain even began to murmur his frustration in front of the fracturing, really rescuing the patient to a severed test.
then heaven. The best has 30% out of the last. Now, my legs, look out. Take a good arm, no fast shots. Are you ready, Howie?
Quite ready, Captain. But it perplexes me altogether to see that he looks applied all as his head.
He looks suspicious, but never mind. Go on. Straight ahead. Look out, Howie. She's coming.
None the pilgrim ought to remain of well-meant feel free to lose your heads under such an assault. Proud and colored. However, the crew remained once again, did open the huge curtain, as did rolling precisely past, but this time agreed was the way that was caused by the incorrect animal, that the boat was well nigh full of water, and it might danger of being capsized.
Well away, man. Where's Howie?
Here I am, Captain. All right.
But Carly had the time to replace the broken oar, when a building was hard few yards away from the boat, and the young whale made the appearance on the surface of the sea. Catching sight of it instantly, the mother made a fresh dash in this direction. The matter instinct were aroused, and the captain must become more deadly than ever. In a quarter of an hour afterward, Dixon, with the new crew, reached the scene of the catastrophe. All is still and desolate. Every living object has vanished. Nothing is visible except a few fragments of the whale boat floating on the blood-stained water.
Scene 6. The new crew. Dixon, captain of the pilgrim, Walking on lost a moment to get into shape on her head. His prime object was to land his passengers south of Valparaiso or some upper port on the north. And to accomplish his purpose, it was in the first place necessary that he should ascertain his schooner's rate of speed and the direction that she was taking. This information was to be obtained readily enough by means of the log and compass.
No, my man. I want your help. Just as I tell you. Bear away, Tom. Bear away. You fasten that drop. And back. Do exactly as Tom. That's right. No Hercules, a good strong pull. Gently, gently, my good fellow. You will have to mask down.
I declare I heavily close the rope.
Well, next time you must only pretend to sleep. Not like it. Let fly, make fast. No breeze in the yards. Alright, that's capital. No wind moves. Look to the mainmast. We take care, Hercules. Not to heavy it down.
I will be as careful as possible.
Up with you. There's no calm down. Stay the rope. Ahora, I will more gently next time.
It took but a few minutes to execute the order, and the pirate was soon away rapidly with her head to the east.
Well done, my friends. You will be great sailors before the end of the voyage.
We shall not regret it. I promise you will get inside.
Again, Dick took his place on the helm. The brace was manifestly pressing on the pilgrim. Almost impressively having to search for glide rapidly along the surface and water, leaving behind her a wake, smooth and clean, but bore plain witness to thorough adjustment of the water line.
It's good progress, Miss Waller. My cabin grant the wind and we are making him do favorable. I promise to bring you safely to San Francisco.
Negoro made no further overactive questions to the young captain's authority, but remained shut up in his galley. Almost immediately afterwards, Dick awakened from his slumber. His eye fell instinctively on the compass, and he saw in a moment that the ship was out of proper course. While he turned on tail, he worked ahead to the what he supposed to be the east, but he was mistaken. During his brief interval in consciousness, a big fabric had been deposited beneath the magnetic needle, which it by this means had been diverted very right to the right, and instead of pointing due north, inclining far towards northeast.
Scene 7. Land and Last. In the course of the night, the wine wanderer still unloaded the picture for the ship house for additioning that the passengers began to repair on deck. Mrs. Walden walked the first to left and her person in person. She was anxious to speak to Dick, one she might have expected to find looking cluttered and one after in a most superhuman exteriors and loss of sleep, but she was mistaken. However much the lad might suffer from the strain in after years, and the present he expected no symptoms of falling energy.
Well, Captain Dick, how are you?
Becoming captain, Miss Waller, but you don't see because it is so dangerous. Did not I direct you to keep in your cabin?
You did, but observing how much the star I made, I couldn't resist the temptation that I made you.
Thanks, Evan. But now, Dick will really take some rest.
Thanks, Evan. How much to obey it? But now, Dick, I really must take a responsibility. So you better know how much you're wicked, but it's necessary.
Rest. I want to rest. I have only done my duty and I will be taken enough for concern my above my own rest. When I have seen my passenger in a place of safety.
You have attitude yourself like a man, and you make assure that my husband and myself, you will never forget the service you repeatedly. I assure you above the request which I'm sure you will refuse, that you shall have your study completed, and you make a captain like a friend.
By the 29th, the wind had so far in moderate that Dick thought he might increase the passage to lean by hosting the full sail and topsail.
No, my man, I got some work for you today.
Alright, Captain, we're rolling mostly forward.
But not to work. We have lots of topsail, and we must continue to add another. No is a matter, I can tell you. Here, you see? Here's the island. We have just left. For maybe one of them, you will be able to easily to get to San Francisco.
I dare say, that the Pacific Navigation Program, the steamers will travel to Scotland. From anywhere, you will be sure to get back to San Francisco. Why? Then, unless the birds take control of the ship out of our hands, we must cautionally follow the coast until we find the harbor or refuge. For the evolution of pressure, we should have to adopt other measures.
I'm proud of you. Thanks to you, we are back home.
This place looks isolated. This place looks familiar to me. Let me see. I can find him.
We have to keep together, so you aren't going anywhere.
You're so wrong, my captain. I look whatever I land. I'm free.
Negoro, come back!
You don't know this place, you might be.
Dick keeps calling Negoro, but it's impossible. He has disappeared into the jungle. Dick comes back to the beach to jog into the rest of the ship.
I'm going to keep this like nothing.
That man must be crazy. What are you going to do, Dick?
I don't know. We should rest for now. It's getting dark and we don't know here.
Over there, under those palm trees, we will be fine.
Okay, in the meantime, Tom and I will explore the surroundings.
Very well, Captain.
Everybody walks toward the palm trees looking for a shade to rest. Dick and Tom explore the place and talk about it.
These jungles are too dangerous. It gets worse when a woman and all goes.
Don't worry, Dick. I was born and so sorry. I'll be just the same.
Okay, come back. Tomorrow will be after day.
Everybody wants to sleep. The next day, Cousin Benedict
Come on, everybody. Wake up. We must hurry.
We must find.
Where's Benedict? And Nico is not here.
We must find them. We have to find my cousin Benedict. We cannot live without him.
Dick and Nicholas go to find Cousin Benedict and Jingo. They haven't walked too far when Cousin Benedict shows us bringing somebody with him. He introduces himself as Harry. He's American. Mrs. Weldon asks him for how far they are from the site, but he doesn't know. He offers to take them to his pensioners. Everybody follows him. On the way to Harry's place, Cousin Benedict notices something weird and decides to talk to Dick.
Dick, I just realized something. What is it? This blind is a sexy blind. This blind makes you sleepy. For what? Well, there are no such fights in America. You can find this only in Africa. In Africa? My dear friend, I never wrong about this. I never wrong about insects.
After walking for hours, they decide to rest. The next morning, Harry ran away to look for Nina.
Too soon I changed the ship's course.
How you did it?
I put a magnet in the compass. Do they think they're racing?
For a moment, I thought the boys had found the truth about where we really were.
It's They're always in the parade, waiting for the goods.
What about Mrs. Wellman?
In the time she decided the goods, we take the bill with the money and we'll be rich.
Hey, don't forget about me. What about the closing? Are we getting any reason for me?
Maybe I won't take a restaurant from him.
Later good life. He's a fool. He has spent the good way catching flies with his needs.
Excellent. All right.
They told me the business is like this. They're going to money. Are you interested?
I'm interested in your man.
It's a good no, thank you for giving.
Okay.
Dick and the men are sold as slaves. Mrs. Wallen and her cousin Benedict are taken to a different place.
Have you seen Mrs. Wella? She's in a good place. So many. That's good news. What do you think, Tom? Tom? He's gone.
Taking care of everything. Relax. Everything is okay. I don't remember any time that I gave you reasons to stop. My dear prisoner, Dalmira is coming here with the money.
My husband won't believe anything. You are not getting any money.
I put your ring into the letter, and he's coming here. Holiday.
Will you kill us?
If he don't take the money, yes, I'll kill you. That's everything. Then you need to
Murderer.
Carla, we better call out.
I can't take this anymore. Poor Dick. Poor guy.
If he doesn't take the 200,000 they asked for, we will die.
Dick, Hercules, and Bat try to rescue Mrs. Waller from her prison.
They did not expect us.
I will take care one of door.
They start fighting back. Hercules kills Mr. Aldous. Medora tries to escape. Dick rescues Mr. Weldon and cousin Benedict. Dick and Hercules untie them.
Here I am.
Thanks. Big girl like thanks God.
Let me, come on.
Negoro has escaped.
Well, find him. Let's go, hurry up.
Dick, Hercules, and Bat along with Medora and cousin Benedict follow. They work to the house. Megara throws a dagger at Dick and hurt him. Dingo follows Megara and kills him.
Take the dagger out.
Hercules and Bat leave Dick on the stretcher. The admiral ship is arriving. Mr. Weldon is walking along the boardwalk towards his wife when he realizes that is big, the one in the front. That will hardly watch the episode finally.
Yeah, is this the one who will take me to my grandfather tell me?
Don't say that. I'm alive. Thanks to you.
My son,
What's happened, Dora?
I'm so happy. He's Detroit.
Tengo a mis diseñadores de escena, por favor, Brian, por favor, Cristian, José Manuel, Luis Eduardo, ok, Sandra no está aquí. Ellos son quienes diseñaron toda la escena, sí, el barco, todo. Son mis diseñadores de escena. Aparte, Brian es mi cartógrafo, sí, es quien hizo todos los mapas. Me voy a permitir presentar. La obra fue narrada por Juan Carlos Esparza Rico y Brian Ricardo Camarero. Mamá, déjenles a sus papás. Entréguenles a sus papás. El reparto de Mar y Tierra, Dixan, Luis Eduardo, nuestro capitán de 15 años. Mr. Weldon y Mrs. Weldon, por favor. Julio César, Elías Marquesí, Andrea Vanessa. Muy bien. Ok, nuestro Captain Cool, Diego. Primo Rossi, Benedict. Alejandro. Nuestro querido amigoro, Ricardo García. Su amigo Harry, Arturo y Rodríguez. Nuestro querido José Antonio Alves, José Manuel Madrazo. Harry, contramaestra y mano derecha de Captain Cool, Javier. Nuestro querido Tom, uno de los sobrevivientes, y se convierte en mano derecha de Big Sam. No. Hércules, Cristian, Miguel. Nuestro querido Pat, otro sobreviviente, Brandon, mi amor, ¿está ahí? Bingo, nuestro perro, nuestros marineros valientes. Tenemos primero a José Antonio, Diego Alberto y César Ulises. Nuestros queridos árabes, Alan Moreno y José Francisco Moreno Carrera. Bueno, queridos, pues esta fue nuestra pequeña obra, un poco tardada.